Hello and welcome back to the Schmitty 750 YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over Lynk Auto Agent Tuner. This is going to be for an F-250 diesel. And there are multiple tuning companies that have tons and tons of tunes. I just happen to use Chaos Tuning, and you hear good things and bad things about all these companies. You just kind of, it's a normal thing with car stuff and truck stuff that people are very opinionated. So I like the Chaos tunes. They got a bunch of different stuff: towing, performance, and then multiple performance tunes. And they also have transmission tunes. The main thing I've noticed with the transmission tunes is they seem to be extremely heavy shifts. It feels like your drive shaft is going to come out, or the rear end is going to come out the back of the truck. They have some different softer tunes that are kind of in between a high performance tune and the stock transmission tune, and that seems to work a lot better. The other thing that I've noticed is the fourth gear torque converter lockup. It seems to be a little rough on most of the transmission tunes that I've tried. The one that's in the truck right now, the one that's in between the high performance and the stock, is seems to be a little bit nicer on that fourth gear torque converter lockup. So now we'll go through setting up the tuner and changing the tunes. So you got these different connectors. I think one of them is for Dodge. I think these are for different vehicles. This is the connector for the F-250. And you'll just stick it on your OBD2 under the dash. You make sure the key off, engine off, no power to the vehicle when you plug it in. And so now we'll turn the key on. And that'll give power to the Lynk. We'll go in our phone, go to your Auto Agent app. And by the way, this tuner has holes in the sides where you can screw it in, you can mount it under the dash. I prefer not to mount mine, I just unplug it and put it in the console. And then it has a handy little phone holder, so you can take like one of your old throwaway phones and use it to do all of this monitoring, and it turns whichever way you want. You can monitor, you can change any of these tiles to display anything you want to display on the truck. You've got gauges, you can change all of these gauges. Since this is a variable pitch turbo vanes, this will tell you the percentage of pitch on the turbo vanes. And then you have all of these throttle position, boost pressure, injector timing, all of these different readouts on the bottom. And like I said, they're all programmable. You can change and do whatever you want. You can data log, so if you're having an issue with a sensor, or you have some sort of stumble or anything going on with the truck, you can drive it and select any one of these sensors, and it'll data log these sensors, and whenever you have the issue, you can go back and see what happened. So we'll go into, and also you have trouble codes. You can read trouble codes on here. You can clear trouble codes. So we'll go to the truck, the vehicle, and go to Ecu Profiles. And these are all of the different tunes. Last installed TCM is the medium transmission control module tune. And then the last ECM is a street, or a hot street tune is what they call it. Or off-street hot tune. And like I said, I use Chaos Tuning. That's who's making these. You can input your tire size down here, which will help with your shift points. And there are tons of them. There's these clean files, which is going to be tunes that do not do low boost fueling, and low boost fueling is generally what's going to make your smoke. We got some here. So we'll try this one. We'll just click it to download it. Install. ECU profile will update the following modules: ECM, proceed, and then everything is step by step. It tells you exactly what you're supposed to do. So turn engine off, or ignition off, continue, ignition on, continue. And this doesn't take long. I think it's about 5 minutes or so. So we're almost finished here, 99%. And you'll see the truck turns on its own. And it's telling me to place ignition in the off position, so I'll click the button. Alright, so it's off, continue. Place ignition in on run position without cranking. So I'll just push the button once. Continue. Installation was completed successfully. I do want to go through and check some of these transmission tune, but it doesn't have, so they have descriptions on them. Some of them do and some of them don't. Some transmission tunes have a little bit more and the ECM tunes have a little bit more detail than others. So this one says transmission tune only, third gear torque converter lockup under wide open throttle, 255 psi line pressure only under wide open throttle. So I'm going to download this one and try it and see if it acts a little better. So proceed, ignition off. The transmission tunes don't take very long at all to load also. On position, continue. And you can see it's doing all kinds of stuff. Cross traffic system fault, C manual, the hill descent goes all crazy, hill start assist, turn ignition off, continue, ignition on, continue. Alright, so it's installed and everything looks to be reading correctly. No faults, nothing crazy. So we'll try it out. And with the variable geometry turbo, a lot of them will have they'll change the pitch on the turbo vanes, and sometimes it'll hiss, sometimes it'll rumble. This one doesn't seem to be too crazy. The hiss one gets extremely annoying, so I try and avoid those tunes. It's cool for about 10 minutes and then it's not any fun after that. So we'll just turn the truck off, make sure everything is turned off, and we can disconnect the tuner. So that transmission tune is terrible. It It feels like it slips in third, it slips in fourth, and then it finally engages, and I think it's that torque converter lockup, and it's just not locking up right off the bat. It like halfway through the gear locks up, and you can probably hear on the video it over revving and then slamming into the gear, so that didn't work out good. So definitely not gonna run that tune, and I'm gonna swap to another tune. So I'm gonna go back to this updated medium tune. Okay, so we are installed, and we'll check this one and see how it goes. Alright, so that tune's not very impressive. Just makes a lot of smoke and not a lot of power. The transmission tune works good. So I'm gonna go through and try another one of these. Balls deep tune is what they're called. Alright, so we'll let that load up about 5 minutes here. Alright, just about finished up. Turn ignition off. Continue. Ignition on. Continue. Let's go. Try a quick 0 to 60 here. Well, that's it for messing around with the tunes on the Lynk Auto Agent with Chaos tunes. And the fuel mileage, I don't know if you can read that, 18.1, and we've been messing around the whole time. The fuel mileage is amazing. Just cruising, it's 21 miles a gallon. And my main suggestion is find you a tune that you like, and an ECM tune that you like that's making the power you want. I don't think you have to worry about anything with the engines on these. My only concern is the transmission, and that's the hardest part, is finding a TCM tune that the truck's gonna be happy with. And so that's it. Just get you a good tune and then find a transmission tune that'll work really well for the truck. All right, thanks for watching. Yeah, we just a little sit.